to the cradle of quarterbacks, Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boil her up in this one. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. As we'll see, the LSU Tigers taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Boilermakers will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The LSU Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback. Hoping he can build on things.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Rojas. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off to the 26. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him trying to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter. Get on the edge quickly. The receiver's better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards. Get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll move the tight end. From the red zone, it's Harris. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his legs, it's right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
To the air, it's Rojas. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, making it an easy completion.
Going to take a shot on second and short. He's got his man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DB.
Caught at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Back to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. Trying to find the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then there was...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback making adjustments. Under fire. That's reeled in. It's right. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
They'll try the run. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Boilermakers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. Turns it on in midfield. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. There he goes! Past the first down marker and still running. Gets it inside
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the...
Headed to the end zone, and they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at 3. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Rojas. Makes the grab down the middle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Flips it out on the screen. Runs through the tackle. Across the 45. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Now on the option.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Trying to get the corner. Running into the open space. turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
Looking to throw, it's Milner. A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
He wants to change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these four routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a cannon.
The Boilermakers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting a tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Will they be able to get that one more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? He'll ride his man on the option. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Past the 50. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense putting points on the board.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house. And
right through his fingers, he muffed it. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Goes to the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Purdue! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Rojas. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen from your defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking left. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way back.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Toss to the outside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. To the air. It's Milner. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That brings them to within 1.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Hill. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
This time he's got his man.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Milner. Pressure coming. Down he goes, and that is the last thing this offense needs right now. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. One more snap coming before halftime. Now they'll run it on the toss. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He fires a bullet to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in his game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Milner. Slings it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Off the play fake on first down. He tries to take the top off. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. A strike downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. LSU lining up 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Milner. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to them. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
The Boilermakers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last week.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't. target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Washington. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
What a disappointment. No good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Milner. He'll try to do it himself. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide.
And, man, does he keep you honest. Just a guy that can run the football, that can make plays with his legs. You've seen it throughout the day. Listen, this wasn't a big play, but it can be death by 1,000 cuts. He just continues to scramble, make plays, make you defend his feet for a whole game.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? The offense changing the play. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll pull it down. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Boilermakers have this offense rolling. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interesting to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Pulls it in. It's Harris. And they stop him just short of... It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The Boilermakers need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw, it's Washington. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Final play of the quarter coming. Quarterback making checks. He's not afraid to go deep. That shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll leave it with the lone back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Snap it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free. And get to the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to throw, it's Rojas. Got it inside the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Arkansas is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's been running hog wild since the opening kickoff. They're up by 21 over Texas Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive first.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jeff,